Hi there, welcome to the channel or welcome back to the channel. You know what? I should be telling myself welcome back to the channel because I haven't posted for I don't know almost is it a month or so? Which is not good because when I started this channel, I wanted to be as consistent as possible and I haven't been able to do that. I've broken my promises, especially to my three subscribers. Much big apologies. It wasn't meant, I didn't mean to do it. It was a case whereby I just started my master's in cybersecurity, and so far, well, it's been a challenging period of time to adjust from not being a student for almost 4 years to now not easy. But anyway, so today we are checking out this story here, and apparently the Chinese EV giant BYD says it has a backup plan if Nvidia or the American government decides to cut off its access to Nvidia chips. Now, this follows up also with the whole part whereby Huawei has come up with their own chips, and well, this this tech this battle for tech supremacy is heating up, and I think it's gonna be an insane run of just things that are going to happen, like as far as development is concerned and as far as tech advancement is concerned. I even feel sometimes very apprehensive and also worried, considering I just started my master's in cybersecurity, because I feel like, I don't know, it's going to take me 2 years, and I feel like by the time I'm finished, most likely I would be doing my work and or whatever, like, because right now even even in my assignments I use AI to help me, and it's almost mostly, let's say almost 80% accurate. So, and it's a learning system, so chances are in the next 2 years it's going to polish up on the errors or the few areas that it's not able to work or be accurate in. Anyway, so apparently BYD has a backup plan if it gets cut off from Nvidia chips, and top executive in BYD are saying that the company has not received any directive from the Chinese government to stop using Nvidia chips yet. I think so, but if they did, it has a plan B. And what they said was everybody has a backup. BYD has a backup. The Stella Li, that's the executive vice president of BYD, told CNBC. So Lee declined to expand on what the plan is. We are come on, Huawei. But she pointed out to the COVID-19 pandemic, during which there was a global shortage on semiconductors, and it badly affected the auto sector, or BYD. And BYD did not have an issue at the time because it developed a lot of its technologies in-house. Oh yeah, there's also that part. So one of the biggest advantage that BYD has in the EV sector, the reason why they are considered a massive threat, and the reason why there's so much tariff on Chinese manufacturers, because the thing is, if it was the other guys, I don't think the other guys are that threatening. It's BYD that most governments or most countries are actually afraid of, especially Western countries or countries which have their own domestic automotive industries. Because the thing about BYD is, well, there was government subsidies, but government subsidies is not what actually also has actually kept it to where it is. Because there is the part whereby BYD has something called vertical integration, and also a very interesting philosophy, which is fail fast and then iterate, which helps, especially when you have a lot of your when you're manufacturing a lot of your products in-house. BYD doesn't have to wait for suppliers and the likes because all of them are just within the compound. So that means they're able to churn out or manufacture at a very, very high pace. So they have a lot of excess. And chances are, I wouldn't be shocked that if they had this whole semiconductor issue, that they're also able to manufacture their own semiconductors. Very interesting. So BYD had no issues at the time because it developed a lot of its technologies in-house, he said. So it was able to source alternatives quickly. Indeed, BYD has sought to have a control over large parts of its supply chain, as I was saying, from manufacturing its own cars to developing its own batteries. Well, yeah, I mean, it started as a battery manufacturing company, so that's one thing most people don't know. That BYD is actually its origins is as a battery manufacturer. Remember the batteries from those phones from a long time ago, from 3310 from the Nokia 3310, from the even right now, even some of the batteries on some of the phones that we have are actually coming from BYD. So we have a lot of strong and even deeper technology in-house. So we will always have a backup. Brilliant. That is one of those things which absolutely makes a lot of companies shiver. That these guys don't have like supply chain issues. They're actually the ones who are causing supply chain issues. Like they have actually seized all the means of production and they are on top of it like a nonsense. And this is a very, very big advancement. And it's also presenting a new way to do business. Anyway, so Nvidia, whose chips underpin much of the world's artificial intelligence and development, has been caught in the crossfires amid US and China tensions. The company's H2O AI chips, designed specifically to comply with the US export restriction, was first banned, then permitted to be sold in China this year after a revenue share deal between Washington and Nvidia. And this is the part where China was like, nah, we don't want that stuff. Yeah, that stuff has backdoors. Now, China has reportedly been discouraging local tech firms from buying Nvidia AI chips. Yeah, because of come on. Do you think people are that stupid? Like, of course they know the part whereby you didn't want to sell it to us, then all of a sudden, oh yeah, come and get them. Nah, China knows what's up. Anyway, so Nvidia designs an entirely different set of semiconductors for cars. However, one of Nvidia's system, the Nvidia Drive AGX Orin, is designed to enable cars to carry out some driving tasks autonomously. BYD is a customer of this product and is not going to be a customer of this product anymore. There is no indication so far that the Chinese government is looking to ban this Nvidia system. Not yet, but they're working on it. Eventually, I do believe that a lot of from how things are developing, that a lot of Chinese companies and even a lot of companies around the world are going to start focusing on internal developments or internal technologies, because it's becoming evident that these things are now being used as weapons. Li said BYD has not been told to stop using any of Nvidia's products, adding it was unlikely that Beijing would ban US firms' auto chips. No, it wouldn't ban them. It would just develop better and make them and subsidize those ones to make it cheaper, which pretty much puts you in a situation where you're like, you just drift you guys are just gonna drift towards your own local chips. So, and this is the same technique that BYD has used, or not even BYD, Beijing has used on the EV industry in China. That it subsidized it that to the point whereby people found it much more favorable to buy EV, like the local EVs. It was it was just like it was a no brainer, you know. If I'm getting more for cheaper, then why not? And I'm able to save money on fuel and also make the air cleaner. I even heard that the smog in China is has slowly disappearing. Hasn't disappeared completely, but slowly disappearing. Slowly disappearing. Like remember China a long time ago, we used to like you couldn't even see buildings, man. So now it's actually a very different case, especially in like some smaller manufacturing towns. The bigger ones are still working on it, but it's eventually gonna get to a point whereby it's gonna be hard to see smog anymore in China. Anyway, I don't think any country will do that because this will automatically kill Nvidia. Lee said, "Yeah, but Orange Man thinks differently, man. So Nvidia is now at the highest market value, and so Nvidia now is the highest market value company. So if they lose the big market from China, nobody wants to see this. For sure, but I don't know. I have a feeling that America might set up Nvidia for disaster. Like they're gonna use them as a pawn in this thing, and once they're not useful anymore, and they've pretty much lost their edge or the innovative edge that they actually have right now that they could capitalize and make the most and be able to develop and move on. I have a feeling they're gonna be dropped like a hot potato. It's like they never happened. And it's just gonna become like how can I put this? I don't know, like the farmers in America who voted for Trump and now they're suffering because of the whole immigration, and on top of that because of the tariffs. They don't have workers and they don't have a market. You get? And they have massive equipment from John Deere which they can't repair on loan. You get? I feel for Nvidia in this situation. I wouldn't want to be in Nvidia CEO's shoes because he just wants to do business. He wants to sell. He has an opportunity here. He wants to capitalize on this and make as much as he can. But he's being used as a pawn, you know. And it's even interesting that he's actually like he has a Chinese background. So I'm sure he just wants to do business. And he knows that if China, or once there's a better technology that comes in and pretty much disrupts what they're doing, which is going to happen eventually, they will be dropped. They will be absolutely, it's like they will never happen. And we know how politicians behave when it comes to that. Like I don't know, they treat you like you shit on your pants. And dude, this guy's gonna have a very tough time. Anyway, so I think BYD has its own semiconductors or is looking into this new semiconductors from Huawei that were announced, I think last week or the week before. And well, as you can see, China is trying to detach itself from Western technology and Western influence as much as it can, and also the West is trying to do the same in a globalized world, which pretty much the two countries are tied together in trillions worth of partnerships, which is insane. Very interesting. So that's my take, and let me know what you think about this whole deal. And is do you think BYD is going to stop buying Nvidia chips? Do you think Beijing is going to ban Nvidia chips from is going to ban BYD from using Nvidia chips? What's your thought about this whole case? Let me know in the comment section. Also, let me know if you like me or if you don't like me. Let me know any improvements that I can make, or I should get off YouTube. Let me know. And don't forget to like and subscribe. See you on the next video.